Hello everybody, welcome back to episode 2 of the live build series. So, we were partway through. Obviously a lot's changed since the last episode, but we were partway through finishing this off, so we've got a few areas in here that we could put stuff. In terms of what stuff we're going to add, I'm not actually too sure. I'm thinking something simple. Let's go with some batteries like that. I don't know. It looks acceptable. That is one hell of a cursed place for an LCD. What's that for? Is that for a gun? Right, where is it? There. Ah. So these have to be hand loaded. I forgot that I did that. It's not ideal. Oh. Oops. So obviously since last episode, I think we've had quite the news in Space Engineers. So we've got Space Engineers 2, which is dropping. Oh, just about sniped it in time, which is exciting. So we've got the alpha launch at the end of January next year. So I've just had to spend some money. I've bought a Razer, what do you call it, Blade, one of those laptops. Which has got a better spec than my computer, so I'm probably just going to hook that into the monitor. But I need a laptop anyway because I travel about a lot, and yeah, it'd be useful for me to just be able to edit wherever I go. So I'm prepared for the SE2 release. I don't know if I do it that sideways like that or not. I think it looks better this way. I think it flows more nicely. So I think this, I think it's coming together quite well. I think the hangar certainly looks good. Just a lot going on. I think it's just these back rooms that I really need to suss out. So we've got that's. It's actually the server room. I'm gonna sneeze. We've got access to the torpedo bay. Don't know if we could get any lights in here, but it'd be fantastic if we could. Haha. Change this to the inset light block. What are my thoughts on SE2? Well, yeah, I mean, I gave them in my survival series, to be fair. I like the fact that they're doing a staggered launch. I understand why they've done it that way as well. I mean, obviously it's so that they're funding the development for the rest of the game. I think it looks fantastic. I think it looks really good. Oh, I wonder if we can use the new. Hang on, have we got some new windows, or am I making stuff up? If we can use bay windows. Ooh. Yeah. See, I don't know if that's going to be airtight, so I don't know if I should follow it up, or I could just do this, or I could do that sideways. Ugh. I think that's the best option. Yeah, I think what I like about it, right, is they've gone straight for the jugular. with what people want, and they're not messing around. Like, they've just straight up done what people want. So, for instance, we've got the paint gun tool, which I've been asking for forever, and I know a lot of other people weren't overly enamoured with the current painting system in Space Engineers. We've got the 25cm grid system, which I think just everyone wanted in general. There's a few other bits and bobs as well. The speed limit increase, that's another one that we wanted. Being able to blueprint like parts of a ship and snap them together. I mean, you can do it, but it's not as easy as it looks in SE2 at the moment. Trying to think if there's anything that would be useful in here. I mean, obviously we don't want a kitchen or anything like that. That was a structural block, wasn't it? Oh, balls. The undo feature. I just proved that's a welcome feature. Yeah, so I think it looks really good. Honestly, I'm excited for it. So we'll have to see where things land. I'm gonna get rid of that. I don't like that. Oh, is there anything else I can put there to just makes it look a little bit better? Haven't we got those bay? No, they're not called bays. What are they called? Well, I don't know which block category they'd be in. Yeah, you see, if we had this inset wall diagonal but without the handrail. Ah, no, because you can see through the... Yeah. Might just be best off just having a regular old block there. Oh, it's just a bit grim down here. Damn. I really don't know what to put in here. Got some storage. Put a little storage unit there. Weapons rack there. Nah, that doesn't look right. Is there any chance we can get away with that being grey? Oh. Hey? See, I don't know if it's external or not. Let me just have a look. Because if we could... Yeah. That solves my headache. Yeah, that looks pretty decent. And then just get a couple of light panels in here. Oh, actually put a button in there. Like that. You got access to the torpedo bay. You know, we could pretty it up. No, that doesn't work at all. Is there any sort of like half block that we could put there? Corridor is probably the best block. because I just think the... Yeah, I think the slope looked a little bit weird. Might put the decontamination thing on there as well. I might get rid of that in favour of some lockers. Can I cram a warning sign in as well? Memetic badger. No, none of them like hang from the roof, do they? Oh, I love a warning sign. No, there's nowhere I can cram it in. That's unfortunate. I need to start using the spectator tool more. Let's have a look. Right, what's this block here? Oh, it's that block, right? Yeah. Okay, that's why it has to be blue. Okay. Alright, that's understandable then. Okay. Right, I'm relatively happy with that now. I think the doors... Could do with a button on the exterior as well. Could do with a button on the interior. You see, I don't want to interfere with the... Oh, mind you. Well, we've got hanger control up there, but yeah, I mean, we do need a little button in here somewhere that we can just flick. Ah. That's useful. Could do that. Then we'll name it Hanger Connector 1. There we go. And I don't know if I've already sorted the doors out. So we'll do... Oh, not custom data. So the first one will be hanger doors open, closed, and then 1, 2, 3. There we go. So you can launch all the ships. And I'm just going to mirror that over here. What do I think of the 25cm grid system? So I think, well, actually, there's a couple of things I want to talk about. To be fair, so we've got that, and then we've got the other thing. So I'll talk about that after. But the 25cm grid system, I think, is good because you can still build with large blocks, which will save you a lot of time. Because Marek Rosa talks about time to build. So if you're trying to build a cruiser and you're working a full-time job like I am. And I'm assuming most people are, you don't have, hundreds of hours to sit there and build it with these tiny little blocks. And I know it's something that people really liked. What's it called? It used to be called Sky Wanderers. Starship Evo. It was something that people really liked about Starship Evo. Is that it has a... It's not 25cm grid system. It's something else, but I can't remember what it's like. It's you can place blocks on blocks basically, like they've shown in the trailer. In terms of like the overall, they've gone for a bit of a different. Like style. I've noticed a lot of the ships, in terms of like the SE theme, like the vanilla theme of ships, has changed as well. There's a lot of rings I've noticed on the ships, and they also have a different type of shape. They've got wider. It's going to sound so autistic what I'm about to say, but they've got wider bridges, and bridges that are generally higher up and point upwards rather than down. Just from the initial observations that I've had about the styling of the game, I think it is slightly different to the vanilla Space Engineer style. Now, obviously, you can go into a lot more detail, and that's, you know, one of the reasons for it. I think if you were to put them side by side, I still think they look, you know, very, very similar in terms of, you can tell, you know, this is a Space Engineer's ship. But we've seen it with the way that Space Engineers has evolved as well. In terms of everything's got a little bit more cramped, especially on like the interiors and like with regards to detail. Ships used to be a lot more shape focused. They are still shape focused, but everything is a little bit more compact, and you can get more in the same room. Like, for instance, this room here would have been difficult to build before, you know, the advent of DLC, because a lot of the inset blocks have done that in an attempt to sort of you know, go around the problem, circumnavigate the problem. I'll just show you an example here. If I get, let me find an old ship. Right, let me show you a really pretty old ship, actually. B60's gorgeous, right? Absolutely gorgeous. And then let's look at a new ship. So the exterior on this is a lot more simple. There's no DLC on this ship, by the way. You can see it's a lot more shape focused. Different shapes, different slopes, separate armor panels to the hull. This is more shape with greeble. So less focus on different shapes, etc. More focused on making the hull more detailed. But the biggest area where you do notice this is on the interior here. So you can see it on the bridge a little bit. To be fair, I think the other blue ship is a better example for this. I think the frigate is a little bit on the small side. Yeah, hang on. Whoa. Where's the new blue? Here we go. Sorry, that was the Corvette. This is the frigate. This is the one I wanted. It's the same style on the outside, so same sort of story. Right, if we go on the inside of this, right, this ship will show you exactly what I mean. I thought I opened it. So don't get me wrong. I like the new style. I really like the new style. I'm just making a point of how it's sort of evolved. So just to show you the example of how everything's a little bit more, you know, there's more happening within a given space compared to the old stuff, and that's purely because you know, you've got the new inset blocks, you've got more detail on the new blocks as well. That's another point. The new blocks are far more detailed. I mean, look at this. It's very busy. Very busy. So that, yeah, this is a different direction for Space Engineers. If I show you the interior now, the B60, totally different. So you can see the style starting in here, you know, there's a bit of detail going on, but compared to the newer ships, there just wasn't as many blocks to do detail with. So it's just more simple. Very, very pretty. obviously still looks fantastic though. But it's interesting to see how that's evolved even further. And we've not really had a chance to see too much of interiors in the new SE style, so that'll be another interesting piece to look at. Right. I think this one's pretty much done now. Snipe that. In terms of what I want to do next, yeah, I'd say that's pretty much finished. That looks a bit silly, that. I want to finish off this tanker. So this is a tanker I was building, a refueling vessel for the LKF, and I also built a small shuttlecraft to go in the back as well. So I'm just going to gently get this out here as well, just so I can make sure that both of these are finished. I'm pretty sure I've finished these off for the most part. Did I give this thing a name? Small tanker. I should probably name it something. Just trying to think if I can... You know what, I wonder what those new... We've got those new piston heads now, haven't we? Also got the... Oh, we could use the circle ones, actually. I don't know if they look better. Oh, no. Yeah, I'll go with them for now. So we've got the turrets. That would look better as an inset connector. Tell you that for a fact. Much, much better. Look at that. Fantastic. This bit's, it's quite simple, but I like it. I don't know if that would look better as like scaffolding or something else. Scaffolding, beam blocks, or even the catwalk blocks, like the new catwalk blocks. I think in here, I think I'm definitely going to go with the inset connector in here. Like that, just to make it look a little bit more futuristic. Lock mechanism. Yeah, you got cargo access there. I'm not too precious about this. That terminal sticks out. Looks ridiculous. We do need a button panel in here somewhere, though. This is where it'd be good to have like an offset one, you know. Couple of button panels. Wonder if I can make some sort of cowling. Oh no, you can't. Oh, because you can't place 2 blocks within this. The SE2, I could just do that, but no, I can't in this one. I haven't pre-ordered it yet, actually. I need to have a look at the Steam thing, but I've not had the time. Okay, I think from memory, I did pretty much everything I could in here. So it's got survival kit, bed, battery, cargo. Yeah, and then you got the bridge up here. I couldn't have really done any more with that. We could actually get a corner light out here. I could even do a light panel out here, actually. Might do one of them. Yeah, why not? And then, yeah, the button panel which controls the piston with the connector on the end. Don't think I'm going to make that an inset connector. I don't think I'm that interested in it. That's pretty much it, to be fair. Can't think of anything else that I want to add. Wouldn't mind a spotlight, but I do not know where I'm going to get a spotlight in here. No, it'd be tricky. No, I like it. I think it was nice. Okay, cool. So those two are pretty much finished. They just need naming, and control panels need setting up. So I'm just going to pop them next to each other so we know what's finished. So we've got whatever this is, this little beast, and we've got the rescue ship that I did for a build challenge, which may or may not see the light of day. I think this is a really cool little ship, but it's a difficult one to save this because I've not actually piped anything up. So yeah, there's no conveyor in here. You know, but this might be a good example actually to show you guys of how I would redo a ship, which is in a bad way. So what I would do, number one, is strip it. So I'm going to completely tear everything that I don't like out of this ship. So I think this back part looks... it looks terrible. I need to figure out something better to do with all this. Yeah, it doesn't look... It doesn't look horrendous, but it looks just bad enough. And I want to use these ones instead as well, and I want to stagger them like that. And I'll make the ship a bit longer. So what I'd say is when you're redoing ships like this, don't be afraid to fully cut stuff off, like completely change it. Because when I used to be like doing Mark IIs, you know, this applies for Mark IIs of ships and stuff, is I'd be very, very carefully just plucking, you know, different components away from the ship. Whereas now, I've started to just fully just rip stuff out. And that also applies when you're building. If you're building and something isn't working and you can't get it to work, just get rid of it. Just completely change it. Because otherwise you're going to end up with a finished product which you know you could have done better, and you've compromised on something because you just couldn't find the right block or what have you. Don't compromise, just tear it out. Alright, I'm tearing that out. That block's not working. I can't make it work. Get rid of it. That could be something else. That actually looks pretty decent. Actually looks pretty decent. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know what we do with that part yet. I don't know if there's a case for... Scroll through the 1 million different armor panel blocks. I don't know if there's a case for just doing this. I think there is a case for that. Looks pretty decent. Sorry, all my wisdoms come out right at the end of the video. Will I be making SE2 content though? A few people have been asking. Yes. I will definitely be covering SE2, don't worry. That is definitely happening. Will I be refreshing all of my guides? Probably not. I'll be making a good effort to update most of them. But inevitably I'm not going to be able to do them all. Right, this isn't working. I don't know what to do here. Sometimes you can't make blocks flow into each other. In this case, I can't. So I'm going to have to come up with a different solution for the hanger. Those are going to have to be full blocks. Like that. And then something different is going to be going on back here. What that is, I don't know yet. That's a very tricky question. See, what I'd like is for it to come out a little bit. I would actually like to use round windows back here. I would like to do something like this, but it's not really possible. You see, I don't like how square it is at the back there. There needs to be something. There needs to be something here that connects this all together. Tricky thing is, I genuinely don't know if there's a block for this. I know we've got that, but what does that lead into? Can I go into like that? What block comes next? Yeah, no, we're getting into real fishy territory there. It's how we make this transition here. I think it's fine sticking out. I think we just need to come up with something. Because it does it at the front there, so it does it on either end. It's just this part. It's this part. It's like I need something like that. Oh, what a mess. I might genuinely have to read my own words here and just saw the back off. Hang on a minute. That nearly works. That nearly works. But yeah, if it comes to it, I'm just gonna have to cut the back off because it mess. Like, that is really difficult to save. Get rid of those blocks. And then, yeah, like, all of this needs ripping out. This all needs removing. Because none of it's piped up. So I'm going to have to do some conveyor work. And I'm going to need as much floor space as possible to do that. Alright, there we go. So I just need the bare bones of the ship. Alright, I can work with this. Okay. Just replace these for now. Right, I can work with that. Well, that's all we got time for this episode, though, guys. If you enjoyed, please do like, comment, and subscribe to support the channel. And as always, take care, everybody.